This is I Only Touch Greatness Remix. Scan the code and follow.
Hey guys, it's Brayden Morrison here, former Vancouver Canuck. Stay tuned. I'm coming up on the You Only Touch Greatness podcast.
What's the favorite road barn you ever played in?
Oh, I'd pick a couple of them. I would say I like going back and playing at the old Joe Louis Arena, partly because I played at Michigan and we'd have a couple games there over the course of my collegiate season, and just had good memories being in that rink. Madison Square Garden, super cool arena. When you're walking out to the ice arena, down the hallways, you got all these pictures on both sides of you of all the entertainers that have kind of played that arena over the years. So it's always a kind of a fun atmosphere there. And then I always like playing in Montreal at the Bell Center. Just good buzz all the time there. And most times we played there, especially in Vancouver, it was a Saturday night Hockey Night in Canada game. So just a little bit of extra excitement. And then, for me playing at home there at Rogers Arena, right? GM Place when I played there. We had awesome fans. We talked about when I arrived in Vancouver and the team was kind of trending upwards. I think we sold out every game for 9 years. I mean, that's right? That's pretty cool to be able to play in front of a packed house every night. Just very lucky to be there during that period of time.
And you were lucky enough to represent Canada at numerous occasions, winning gold at the World Championships. What was that like?
Yeah, it was a good experience. The first time I ever went over there would have been in 2000 actually. And to St. Petersburg, we came fourth. And then in 2004, we were in Prague, and we ended up winning the gold medal there. We beat the Swedes in the final. Yeah, it was cool. It's one of those things when it's bittersweet in a sense, because basically it means you're knocked out of the playoffs, right? And so you're available to go. But when you get that phone call, for me, it was an honor. And the opportunity to represent your country doesn't come along every day, and it doesn't last forever. There's only a finite number of years that you have that opportunity. So to get over there and do that and win that gold medal was a great experience. And then the following year in 2005, the lockout year, we were in we had our round robin in Innsbruck, and then we had the finals in Vienna, and we beat the Russians in the semis, and we lost to the Czechs in the final. I think Hasek shut us out, or we lost 2-1. It was a tight game. But it was it's a fun time, It's you get to meet other guys from around the league, a lot of guys you cross paths with, and kind of each other, but it's a pretty relaxed atmosphere. The first week or 10 days that you're over there, a lot of team bonding again, and then you really buckle down when the elimination round starts.
What is one lesson you learned from your days as a professional athlete?
Well, I think, just how to carry yourself as an individual, right? I think professionalism, there's a bunch of words that kind of, fall under that. It's your preparation, right? Your work ethic, and putting the effort in to be ready. It's accountability, right? It's showing up on time. It's being respectful of the job that you have to do, but you're also respecting your teammates and what their roles are. But I think just those are lessons that you carry with you for the rest of your life, and you try to instill those on the people that you hang around, your family, your kids. And if you work hard and you're prepared, it's then you'll be ready for your opportunities, right? So that's the main thing. Don't put yourself in a situation that you don't feel that you're prepared or ready for an opportunity that comes along. Make sure that you've done everything possible that's in your control to be ready for any opportunity that comes along.
I think that's what your kids definitely doing along the way here. heading to obviously a huge school next year in the NCAA, and hopefully get a chance cracking a professional contract someday here soon.
Yeah, it's exciting. When it makes you realize how quickly time goes by. That's one thing. But yeah, my son he's a cerebral player. He's a smart player. He's got an opportunity here. He's going in as a freshman to University of Wisconsin, which is a tremendous school. A big Big Ten rival of my alma mater, Michigan. I told him it's going to be very difficult for me to pull on anything red and white, but I'll do it for my kid.
He said you guys. He told us you guys were going at it. You were busting his chops a little bit about not going to Michigan.
Well, I had to, right? I had to, and he had the opportunity. He kind of narrowed it down to Wisconsin and Michigan, and I'll give him credit. He was very methodical in the process, and at the end of the day, he just said, and he grew up a Michigan fan. Like we've been back there, he loves it. But he just said he wanted to kind of carve his own path, and I totally respect that and get it. And it'll be exciting to see, how he develops over these 4 years.
Yeah, he's a great player and a great kid. Obviously, we had him on the show, and super nice kid, that's for sure. You definitely raised a good one.
Well, thank you.
601 NHL points in 934 games. What do you think helped you have such a successful career?
Well, I think a lot of it is situation you're in. Again, it was interesting. Like when I came out of college originally, being in New Jersey's system, I played pretty much my first year pro in Albany. But in my mind, I felt, listen, I'm ready to step in right away, because other guys I had played against in college, because they were with different organizations, were playing right away. So, I was a little bit frustrated right away. But in the big picture, I think that first year of playing in the minors, did help me in the long run. I learned a lot playing in Albany and being in New Jersey system. Like we talked about being professional, and I don't know if there's anybody more professional than Lamoriello. And but coming to Vancouver, just being in the situation, obviously playing with Nazi and Bert, but I just kind of felt everywhere I went that my whole life I'd put up numbers, put up points, right from the time I started playing. And, I think just, being out on power plays and playing in situations where a team needs a goal. I mean, when you get in those situations and you're able to show that you can do it, then you're given that opportunity more and more. And that's probably what contributed to those numbers.
So, describe the qualities you believe a good coach must have. Like, I know, we all loved Crawford. I don't know, but then we saw that from a fan's perspective. And I know he got in a little bit of trouble, but what do you think a good coach is like? And what are your thoughts on Crawford?
Well, I think from a player standpoint, you want somebody who's going to be honest and transparent. Right? That's the biggest thing. A lot of times guys, and I've experienced that, is they don't want to tell you exactly how they see things at time, and they massage it, and then you don't really know where you stand, or you're questioning, why is this happening? I mean, you might not want to, or might not like what your coach has to tell you, but at least he's being honest, and you know where you stand, and you can figure out what you need to do to correct it. So I think those things for me, and that's one reason why I always appreciated Brian Burke, was there was no gray. It was black and white. And you might not like it, but again, you know exactly where you stood. And Crow, for me, he was good for me personally. I mean, he challenged me a lot. I'm sure you talked to a lot of guys on the team. I was kind of whipping boy might be a little bit hard, but I would be the guy that he would single out a lot of times to motivate the team. And I firmly believe it's because of my demeanor. It wasn't anything that I would carry with me, or, it would be a burden or it would affect me. I've got a pretty easy demeanor. I'm a pretty easygoing guy. I would use it as motivation. It would fire me up more. So for me, he was good. He gave me opportunities. And as a player, opportunity is all you can ask for.